l'estrade.
Oké. Voilà. Klein beetje overtuigd, maar voor onze excuses. Het komt allemaal een beetje uit. Het is allemaal de schuld van Sigrid hier natuurlijk. Maar we zijn er klaar voor. En we hopen jullie ook. Dus daarom, laat het dak eraf gaan voor Miss Julie Benz.
Any of you nervous? I am. There's one of me and then there's all you. So I hope you have questions, because otherwise we're just going to stare at each other for about 45 minutes. Very awkward. So, who has the first question?
Actually, that would be me.
Okay.
Sorry. I think that is provocative and a bit of an icebreaker.
Okay.
Defiance.
Yes.
Is not yet being shown here unless you got Prime. But for those of us who have not yet seen it, can you tell us what it is about?
Yes, Defiance is my new show, and season 1 just aired in the States, and we're already shooting season 2. And the show takes place in the future, and it's after there's been a massive war between humans and aliens. And it's 8 years after the war, and it's basically the rebuilding of our planet. And can humans and aliens live peacefully on this transformed Earth? Because the aliens can't go home, they're stuck here. So we're stuck with them. And they lost their planet, and they lost their spaceship, and they can't get out of Dodge. So we all have to figure out a way to get along. So Defiance takes place in what used to be St. Louis. And it's now called Defiance, and it's an independent town. And I play the mayor, Mayor Amanda Rosewater. And my job is to keep the peace amongst the humans and the aliens, and it's not an easy job. So, yeah, that's what the show's about. Any other questions? That's it? Okay, great. Bye. Yes.
You're in Europe now, and I noticed you brought your husband, and you came here on Friday or Sunday. So, do you like Europe? What do you like about Europe, what you don't have in America or Canada?
Oh, I love coming to Europe. What do I like? I think the food's better. You have more natural foods here versus like in the States, we have a lot of problems with our beef being injected with hormones and our milk and all of that, whereas your food's a little more pure. So I can actually eat dairy and not have an upset stomach. I love Belgium. You guys have the best food here. You've got beer, you got chocolate, you got French fries, you got waffles. I mean, if I lived here, I'd be like gigantic. But you have the best food, and you have a great football community. We call it soccer in the States, but my husband's a passionate football fan, and so we love to come over to Europe and go to football games and have that experience, because in the States nobody goes to soccer games. Yes?
I have actually 2 short questions. You were seen in another series with Michael Chiklis, No Ordinary Family, but only lasted 1 season, so I want to know why. And did you like the series? And then you did Rambo 4. I can imagine it was a rough shoot.
Yes, to answer your first question, I'd like to know why too. We were all very saddened that No Ordinary Family got canceled. It's a great show to work on and a great show to be a part of. A lot of it had to do with ratings in the States and politics behind the scenes. So it's sad. That happens to good shows sometimes. And but I think you can buy season 1 on DVD and you can watch it over and over and over and over and over again. And that's kind of cool, right? And Rambo 4 was an amazing experience. We shot on location in Thailand, in the jungles of Thailand. We were there for 3.5 months. It was crazy and dirty and very, very, very physical. And I loved every minute of it. I cracked a rib while we were filming. I smelled really bad the whole time. Thank God you can't smell any of us on the screen. I was pretty much covered in dirt and pig shit. But it was intense. But to me, that's what movie making was about. And Stallone directed it. And we had 7 cameras running at a time, which I've never seen before. And it was intense. It was a really intense shoot, but it was so exhilarating to go back to work every single day. Yes?
In Dexter, everybody who watches the series knows that Dexter is a serial killer. Everybody knows, except a few characters, and you were one of them. How weird is it to play that?
You know, there's a line I think was it season 1? Okay, all the seasons run together for me, so you have to help me out here. So when Deb was in love with the guy that turned out to be his brother, that was season 1, Ice Truck Killer, right? Okay, and there was a line I had to say at the very end where I said something like, I can't imagine, I mean, poor Deb falling in love with a serial killer. It was so hard not to laugh to say that, because me, the actress, knowing what it was, that was hard. But the rest of it was easy. I mean, because I just really had to just do what was on the page, you know. So it was easy, but that was a really hard line to get out without like starting to giggle, because I was just like, oh God, everyone's going to be like, oh, poor Rita. No.
Right?
Yes.
You graduated from the Joss Whedon School. What did you learn from him that you used for your business afterwards?
Wow. You know, Joss Whedon, working with him on Buffy and Angel was probably the best acting training I have ever received. They encouraged us, and he specifically encouraged all of us to be creative, to come in with choices, and it was okay if we fucked up. You know, it was okay if our choices didn't work, as long as we made strong choices. And it was just a really nurturing place to be as a young actor. They challenged me on so many levels. I mean, every week there was something I had to do that was uncomfortable, whether it was ride a horse through fire, or be buried alive, or sing. Yeah, out of all of those, the singing was what scared me to death. But you know, it was exhilarating and fun and creative, and I think that prior to working with Joss Whedon, I was only doing comedies. I was kind of known in Hollywood as a comedy girl, and he changed that and really pushed me into drama. And now I'm known as a dramatic actress. And I never thought my career would take that turn. I just only went through comedies when I first got in the business. I didn't think I had the depth or the talent to do drama. And he saw something in me that I didn't even see, and really pushed me into uncomfortable territory and challenged me. And I owe a lot of my career to him and what he saw in me to play Darla. Yes?
How did you feel about the ending to Dexter?
Has everyone seen it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll speak in generalities. How's that? I won't be specific. I haven't seen it, to be honest. I've heard about it. I know what happens. I've talked to the cast about it. I think ultimately, and this is just my opinion, I know nothing official, but I think it ended the way it did in hopes of possibly exploring it down the line in maybe another way. And there's all these rumors about a spin-off or something, so I don't know if that will happen right away, but I think that the creative team wanted to have that option. So that's why I think they made that choice. Did you like it?
I did, yeah.
You did.
You were in it.
I know, yeah. But it wouldn't have made sense for Rita to be in it. Did anyone see that? Okay. Didn't spoil anything 4 years later. Yes?
Did you have anything to say in the way you were going to die?
Did I have a say in how I was going to die? No! I didn't want to die. I didn't know Rita was dying. I found out an hour before they put out the script. And it's because they didn't want to spoil it. They didn't want it to leak out. And even then, they didn't tell me how Rita was going to die. I didn't know it was going to be in the bathtub. So I found that out the day of. So it was very top secret, and it was hard. It was sad. I mean, when they told me that that was the direction the show was going to take, my first reaction was normal. It was, oh my God, I just lost my job. And my second reaction was a little abnormal. It was, who's going to raise the baby? So yeah, that was how I felt about it. I was confused. Yes?
In 2008, you didn't only do Rambo 4, but you also did the sequel of The Punisher.
Yes.
And Saw number 5.
Yes.
That were guest roles, and you did a leading role, held hostage. Can you tell something about the 3 projects?
Oh, yeah. Punisher Warzone was the sequel to The Punisher, but was it a sequel or what? It was a reimagination of The Punisher with Ray Stevenson. I really enjoyed working on that movie. I felt like I was in a comic book. It was really crazy to be a part of it. Dominic West was awesome. The whole cast was great. Lexi Alexander directed it, made a female director. She's fierce, she's amazing. So we had a lot of fun. These kids are having so much fun. And then I did Saw 5, and I did that movie to see if I could be in a Saw movie because they scare the crap out of me. And I discovered that they scare the crap out of me when I'm in them. I was terrified. I had nightmares. I had nightmares the whole time filming. I actually threw up on set during the final scene because it just totally grossed me out. I had a panic attack during one of the traps. For those that saw the movie, the first trap, we're all tied by our necks into these pulleys, and we have to get the key to unlock. And it's written in the script that my character